Hi boys and girls. Today we are going to go beyond lesson 12. We're actually going to start drawing the house that we drew from lesson 12, which was the simple house. And then we're going to make it advanced level by adding another section to the house. So first we're going to start by redrawing lesson 12's simple house. If you would like to go back and look at lesson 12 before we go on, you can go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna do it really quickly. And I like to kind of turn my page as I draw sometimes. I'll make sure this is a foreshortened square. Again, make sure that these lines right here are parallel to each other. This looks funky. Gonna bring this line down a little bit more. There, so it should be squished like that. Before it wasn't squished enough. Then remember we put the gray dot right here. It's gonna be a roof. And then this line right here is your northwest line, which is gonna be parallel to this line. So we just wanna make sure that they're parallel to each other. And this one doesn't come up like that. Sometimes if it's up like that, it's gonna be too high. Okay. Then I'm gonna just draw this line coming down. And then this line that's gonna come up from here to here will be parallel to this line. All right, so now we've got our basic house that we did last week. Okay, so now we're gonna use our direction southwest line as our reference angle, and this reference angle is gonna be really important. So we're gonna start at the two corners and of right here, and this is gonna be our southwest line. I'm just gonna label it SW. You don't need to do that. I'm just doing it to show you guys. Then we're gonna do this. We are gonna be erasing these, so don't worry about that. Those lines. Okay, so then now we have our southwest line. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep by checking, this is our reference, so you wanna keep drawing your eyes to this and checking and making sure that that you're parallel to that line. Okay, so once we have this line, I'm gonna shoot it out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna draw a line right here that's gonna be parallel to this line. So it's gonna shoot out this way. It's coming down a little far, so I'm gonna actually start over again. Have it come a little straighter. If it's angled like that, like I did, that's fine. I just wanted to have it a little not as slopey. So these two lines are parallel to each other, right? So then the line that's up here is going to be parallel to this line here. Now we're going to draw a line that's parallel to this one over here. So again, you might need, the most important thing is that this line's parallel. So if you need to bring it out a little bit more, you can. So this line should be parallel to this line. Okay, now we're going to draw a vertical line for a corner that comes here, and that's going to be vertical to this line. So you kind of have to use your eyes to see. This is the line that we're looking at. This is our northwest line. So you want this line that you're drawing to be parallel to this line. So you're just gonna need your eye, just check and look. You might need to erase, kind of move it around so you can see. The same with this. The line up here will be parallel to this line. This is our northwest direction. Okay. Then the same line, parallel line, I mean, from here to here will be parallel from here to here. And then just extend it as needed. Okay. I'm gonna take a second and erase all this mess. Okay, so still looking at this northwest line, actually I shouldn't erase that. This is our northwest line, this one right here. Okay, so this is the northwest line. Still looking at that. We're gonna add a guide dot right here. Actually, I don't know why I just said that. You already did that. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Just get that back. Okay, so sorry about that. Here's your guide dot. You're gonna go ahead and draw a vertical line straight up. This is gonna be the second part of the roof. This, notice if you look closely, this is a little bit wider here than it is here. And that is definitely, that is what you want. You want it to be a little bit bigger towards you, because that's one of the laws of perspective. Okay, so now we're gonna draw the peak of the roof. So I'm gonna connect from here to here. And I'm gonna connect from here to here. This is slightly larger. And then I'm gonna be drawing a roof line with a northeast direction. So this right here, this line right here, this is northeast. So your line is gonna go in the northeast direction. And it should match up. If it doesn't, just try to kind of get it to match up. Mine's a little off, so I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. But if I look, it is pretty close to being parallel to that line. And it should match up all the way across. So, but you do have to kind of play with it. Okay, now go ahead and erase all these extra lines. So you're gonna erase this back line right here. You're actually gonna erase this line too. All these lines. My Annie for northeast. Okay, so now you're, if you want to just go ahead and make your lines that you want to keep a little bit darker, especially after erasing, kind of clean it up a little bit. Then we're going to get into the fun part where we're going to add some shingles, the roof, some windows, And this is where it gets fun. So I'm just going through and making a little bit of darker lines around the lines that I want to keep. And then making sure to erase the stuff that I don't. Okay. So now you're going to use the lines you've already drawn as reference lines, the northwest and northeast, to draw our shingles. So you want to be looking at this line and just drawing those across. You're going to do the same, so you want these to match up. That one kind of dipped down a little bit, so I want to bring that up a little bit. Okay, and then also think about the door, windows, the garage. So I'm gonna say the front door is right here. I still see my light line that I drew before, so I'm actually gonna use that as a reference line for my door. Same with the window, you're gonna want to use the northeast line and the south lines to draw your windows. So these should all kind of follow the line that it's right next to. Okay. Okay, so then now go ahead and you're gonna do what we did last week, but now it's kind of your chance to personalize it. So you can, first of all, you wanna do the shingles on the house. And then think about like where we're gonna do the shading, where the sun, would be. You can also think about like where the road would be. The road would actually go in a slanted line. This. Actually, it'd be more like that line. So it'd be more like this. So see how this line is parallel to that line. So you can get creative now. You can start drawing some paths. You can draw, here's a little path. You can get creative now. This is really a fun one to get creative on. I'm gonna let you guys do that. This is my garage. Think about, you can think, you know, you can draw curtains. Think about where there would be shading. There's the sun up here. This would be shaded. Like a 2, maybe a 3. This would be shaded as well. Also go in with your finger and blend it in a little bit. Go in and in between each of those little shingles. Instead of erasing those lines, the straight lines, you can just kind of shade around, and then it will get rid of that, the look of that straight line. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish. I'm gonna let you guys, I'm gonna show you, I'll post the picture. So this is what the final picture looks like in the book. If you notice, he did the parallel lines for the road here, and parallel lines for the different parts of the grass. I will post this picture for you to look at, and I'll also post your challenge. It's gonna be a picture for you to look at also. You feel free to draw trees and just have some fun with it. This also feel free to add that little mailbox that we did last week also. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. I will post my final picture up on the website for you. Also, I will post the bonus challenge. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope that I can see some of your drawings. And please remember to join next week for our next lesson.